Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On the 24th of February 2025, in a newly released document, which was previously under seal for a short period of time at the order of Judge Stephen J. Hippler, the parties entered into a stipulated agreement relative to their investigators being in the courtroom during trial. The title of this stipulation is Stipulated Agreement of the Parties Regarding Investigators in the Courtroom During Trial. It states at page 1, comes now Brian C. Kohberger by and through his attorneys of record and the Latah County Prosecuting Attorney's Office hereby provides this honorable court a stipulated, going on to page 2, agreement between the parties regarding testifying investigators being present during trial in the above entitled matter. The parties agree the defense will have both of their investigators present during the trial, and the state will have its lead investigators from Moscow Police Department, Corporal Brett Payne, and Idaho State Police Sergeant Darren Gilbertson, present during the trial without limiting their ability to testify. The investigators are essential to aid each side in trial and comports with the rules of evidence 615A subsection 3, dated this 21st day of February 2025. This is hand-signed by Ashley Jennings, Senior Deputy Prosecutor, and Nancy Taylor, and Taylor Law, PLLC, on behalf of the state and the defense, respectively. Now let's look at this document, specifically what's stated here on page 2. Unlike the state of Idaho, the defense is not named who their lead investigators are. The state has identified its lead investigators as being Moscow Police Department Corporal Brett Payne and Idaho State Police Sergeant Darren Gilbertson. As to Corporal Brett Payne, his name should be very familiar to you if you've been following this case. He signed the affidavit of probable cause back on the 29th of December 2022 that directly led to the order of probable cause being entered, and also the arrest warrant. Both of those were signed by Magistrate Judge Megan E. Marshall. And we're learning for the first time that Sergeant Darren Gilbertson is, without question, the lead investigator for the Idaho State Police as it relates to this matter. The rest of the paragraph here, this is the first full paragraph of page 2, references that as good cause, all of the investigators are essential to each side. And this, in my opinion, would be because they have the best knowledge, perhaps, of the case as a whole and would be able to assist the attorneys as matters proceed during the course of the trial. And when it says here, without limiting their ability to testify, sometimes courts will require, if, let's just say, Corporal Brett Payne was the fourth person that the state would be calling during their case in chief during the guilt phase, that Corporal Payne remain out of the courtroom and not privy to anyone who's testifying before him, and that he is only allowed in once he is called to the stand to testify. So they're agreeing here, and they're stating here that these 4 individuals should not be limited with regard to their ability to testify at trial. So we now shall find out how Judge Stephen J. Hippler feels about this matter and how he rules. If this is going to be a matter that will be called up during the schedule for the motions in limine coming up on April 9th and 10th, or if this is a matter that he will go ahead and rule on because the parties are agreeing. We will wait and see, and when that order does hit the docket, we will, of course, let you know. This is Kathy. Thanks for joining us here today at the Indie Zone podcast.